Let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and actually saw what others see? Not the wrinkles or grey hairs, but the confidence, the presence, the quiet strength that only comes with age. Here's the truth most men don't realize. You're probably far more attractive than you think. In fact, there are signs, subtle, powerful signs that women notice, even if you don't. Today, we're uncovering 8 clear clues that prove you're a good-looking older man, even if nobody's said it out loud. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you might start seeing yourself in a whole new light. 1. Younger women feel relaxed and open around you. One of the clearest signs that you're still very much attractive as an older man is how younger women behave around you. If they seem at ease, chatting casually, laughing freely, or hanging around longer than necessary, it says a lot. Women don't relax around someone they're uncomfortable with. If they're willingly engaging in conversations, finding reasons to stick around, or sharing small personal details, it means they feel safe and intrigued by your presence. What draws them in isn't just your looks, it's your energy. Mature men who've lived through experiences often give off a calm, composed, and grounded vibe. You're not trying to prove anything, you don't need to chase or impress, and that quiet confidence is extremely appealing. While younger guys might rely on flashy clothes or loud personalities, your strength lies in being centered, self-assured, and emotionally steady. That emotional maturity makes women feel secure and heard, something they don't always get from men their age. You might not notice it right away, but their subtle body language, facing toward you, sustained eye contact, light touching on the arm, or even playful teasing are all silent clues. They're not just comfortable, they're drawn to you. So if younger women are naturally at ease in your company and seem to seek you out, it's not a coincidence. It's a reflection of the quiet magnetism you've developed over the years, and trust me, that's far more attractive than any smooth pickup line. 2. You often get compliments on your style or grooming. When people compliment the way you dress, your haircut, or even your scent, that's not just flattery, it's a real sign of attraction. For older men, these compliments carry even more weight. As we age, many of us develop our own signature style. It's not about chasing trends, it's about understanding what works for you and wearing it with confidence. That personal touch, whether it's a tailored blazer, a crisp shirt, or just a perfectly chosen watch, signals something powerful: self-awareness. Women notice this. They notice a man who puts effort into his appearance, not for vanity, but because he respects himself and understands the importance of presentation. Style tells a story, and grooming is the punctuation. Whether it's a well-kept beard, a clean shave, or just smelling fresh and intentional, these details show you care. And that care doesn't go unnoticed. What makes it even more attractive is how effortless it looks. When you're not trying too hard, but still showing up sharp and put together, it speaks volumes. It tells others, especially women, that you have standards and that you value how you carry yourself through the world. So if you're hearing comments like, "You always dress so well," or "You smell amazing," take it seriously. Those aren't empty compliments. They're signs that people, and especially women, are paying close attention and they like what they see. 3. Women give you longer than usual looks. Ever catch someone looking at you and instead of glancing away quickly, their eyes stay on you just a beat longer? That's not random. That's interest. Lingering looks are one of the most subtle yet powerful ways women communicate attraction, especially when they're not ready to say it out loud. Women tend to be more indirect when expressing interest, especially if you're older. They might admire you quietly, and their eyes do all the talking. When a woman holds your gaze or looks at you multiple times in a room, it means something about you caught her attention: your confidence, your style, your energy. Picture this: you're walking into a coffee shop or hitting the gym, not doing anything special, just being yourself. But the way you carry yourself, shoulders back, relaxed expression, calm energy, draws eyes. You might catch her looking and she quickly glances away, or maybe she holds your gaze with a slight smile before returning to her drink or book. That's not random. That's a message. And here's the thing: these moments matter more than most men realize. A lingering look isn't about physical beauty alone. It's about presence. You're not shouting for attention, but something about you makes her want to look again. It's a silent compliment, and if you're noticing it happen often, it's a clear sign that you still have that undeniable charm. 4. Women often ask for your help or advice. Have you noticed women, especially younger ones, asking for your opinion, guidance, or even help with something minor? That's not just about being polite. It's a reflection of how they see you. They sense strength, wisdom, and calm in your demeanor, and they naturally want to draw from that. Whether it's a simple, "Can you help me with this?" or a deeper question like, "What do you think I should do?" It's often because they view you as stable, intelligent, and trustworthy. And those are incredibly attractive traits. You're not just another guy throwing out opinions, you speak from experience. You've seen life from different angles, and your insights carry weight. This kind of appeal goes beyond surface-level attraction. It speaks to emotional depth. Women often value emotional safety and maturity just as much as physical looks, if not more. If you can provide clarity, perspective, or reassurance, you become someone they feel naturally drawn to. So when a woman turns to you for help or advice, take a moment to recognize what it really means. She sees something in you, your composure, your character, your depth. That sets you apart. That connection, built on trust and wisdom, is one of the strongest forms of attraction there is. 5. You have a calm, confident energy. Confidence isn't about being loud, flashy, or the center of attention. Real confidence, the kind that turns heads without even trying, is quiet, steady, and powerful. And that's something that often develops with age. You've been through enough to know who you are and what you stand for, and that kind of certainty shows up in your body language, your tone, and your presence. Women notice when a man walks into a room without needing to dominate it. You don't have to impress anyone because you're already sure of yourself. That kind of energy is magnetic. It puts people at ease and makes them want to be near you. You're not desperate for approval. You simply exist in your own space, and that creates respect and attraction. This kind of calm presence also speaks volumes about your emotional intelligence. You don't react impulsively. You listen. You respond with intention. That grounded energy tells women that you're mature, stable, and in control, not just of the room, but of yourself. When people describe you as someone who has a vibe or a strong presence, that's what they're referring to. It's not something you fake or force. It's something you've earned, and it's one of the most attractive traits a man can possess. 6. You receive subtle compliments about your fitness. You don't have to be a bodybuilder or spend hours in the gym to get noticed for your physical condition. When people say things like, "You're in great shape," or "I hope I look that good when I'm your age," that's not just polite conversation, it's admiration. Especially from women, those comments are a way of acknowledging that you're taking care of yourself, and that's incredibly attractive. As an older man, maintaining your health shows discipline, self-respect, and a drive to keep thriving, not just surviving. Fitness isn't just about muscle tone or a flat stomach. It's about energy, posture, and how you move. When you walk with purpose, stand tall, and carry yourself with ease, people notice. That kind of physical presence signals vitality, and women are instinctively drawn to it. It also reflects lifestyle. A man who stays fit often leads a more balanced, intentional life. He's conscious of what he eats, how he spends his time, and how he handles stress. That level of control and self-discipline gives off strong leadership energy, something women subconsciously look for. So if you've heard compliments like, "You look strong," or "You're aging really well," take them seriously. They're not just about looks, they're about the way you're living. And that's something people find incredibly attractive, even if they don't always say it directly. 7. Women laugh at your jokes, even the corny ones. There's something undeniably charming about a man who doesn't try too hard to be funny, but still gets people laughing. If women frequently giggle at your jokes, even when they're a little cheesy or old school, it's not just about the humor itself. It's about you. Laughter is a powerful social cue. It signals comfort, enjoyment, and yes, attraction. Younger men might go for shock value or try to be the funniest guy in the room, but a mature man knows how to use humor in a more subtle, confident way. When you crack a dad joke or a light-hearted quip, you're not trying to win anyone over, you're simply enjoying the moment. And that relaxed, playful vibe puts others at ease. When a woman laughs at your jokes, especially the simpler ones, it usually means she feels good around you. Your presence lifts her mood, and she's not laughing just at the words. You're making her feel safe, happy, and connected. That's no small thing. In fact, humor is one of the most attractive traits a man can have. It shows emotional intelligence, awareness of the room, and confidence in your own personality. You're not afraid to be a little goofy, and you don't take yourself too seriously. And that kind of ease is magnetic. So if you notice women chuckling at your jokes or leaning in when you speak, understand this: you're creating a joyful atmosphere. And joy, more than anything, is what keeps people coming back. 8. People say you have a presence. You might have heard someone say, "You have a strong presence," or "There's just something about you." That's not a throwaway comment. It's one of the highest compliments a man can receive. Presence is a mix of energy, posture, eye contact, and composure. It's not about being the loudest or most flashy. It's about being unforgettable without saying a word. Your presence is built over time. It comes from living through ups and downs, learning lessons the hard way, and becoming a man who no longer needs to prove anything. When you walk into a room, you don't need to draw attention. It happens naturally. People feel your energy. You move with intention. You speak with clarity. You command respect just by being calm and aware. Women especially are tuned into this. A strong presence signals safety, stability, and leadership. It tells her you're the kind of man who can handle pressure, make good decisions, and hold space for others without ego. That's rare and incredibly attractive. When someone senses your presence, what they're really picking up on is your emotional and psychological maturity. You've stepped into your identity, and it radiates from you in everything you do: your posture, your tone, your timing. So if people mention that you carry yourself differently, or you just have a vibe, recognize it for what it is: a sign that you're not just aging, you're becoming magnetic. Here's the truth, gentlemen. Getting older doesn't mean fading into the background. In many ways, it's the beginning of your most attractive years. If any of these signs felt familiar, it's because you're already embodying qualities that women and the world deeply admire. You've earned your presence. You've refined your style. You've developed confidence, wisdom, and emotional depth that can't be faked. So the next time you question your appeal, remember, attractiveness isn't about chasing youth. It's about owning who you are right now. If this video resonated with you, drop a 1 in the comments. And if not, let me know with a 0 so I can keep improving these insights for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another video about leveling up as a man at every stage of life. You've still got it, maybe more than ever. Stay sharp.